I hope you guys are ready to see something new that you probably have not seen before. You know, that's my passion when I come on and teach you guys things, is to show you real applications, ways to streamline your content marketing business, ways to make more money, and to do it really smart, right? We want to streamline those processes and we want to be creative. So a lot of you guys have been learning how to use ChatGPT, but I keep seeing the same basic instructions. Ask ChatGPT to give you 10 blog post ideas, yada, yada, yada. Boring, generic, same thing all the time. I'm here to show you things you haven't seen before. Now, this morning, I'm going to give you a prime example, and I'm going to walk you through it. This morning, I created this article, top five hearty soups and stews for busy weekends. This is on my brand new food blog, brand new, couple weeks old. You guys saw me build this on a YouTube video. We built it together so I could show you the theme, the WordPress hosting, and all of that. I'll put a link here for you. And then I started creating blogs. So I have not given it much attention because I was working on other projects. And now I've got this now where it's going to be part of my daily routine. At first I was just building the food blog to show you, and then I got all excited about it again. And I was like, all right, let's do this. Let's actually cook the food. Let's test it. Anyway, this blog is created purely with AI. And the ideas are from AI. The images are from AI. My goal for this blog is just to get traffic from Pinterest. If it ever goes to Google, that's wonderful. Right now, it's traffic from Pinterest. Monetize it with, it could be Google ads, it could be cookbooks, it could be affiliate links, it could be sponsorships. I don't know. We'll see where this goes. I usually just start with ad revenue on most of my platforms. All right, so that's first and foremost. Now, here's what the article is. Top 5 hearty soups and stews for busy weeknights. AI made that image. Then down here, I got a shopping list. AI made the shopping list. Then I went down here and I created the 5. White chicken chili. Where's the next one? Beef and barley stew. There's the next one. Okay, I did this all in about an hour. I had ChatGPT come up with the topic. I had ChatGPT write the recipes. I had ChatGPT and my favorite AI image creator create the images. Then I went and pinned them all to Pinterest, scheduling them out 1 week apart. So in total, 5 pins. So I now have 5 weeks of Pinterest pins for this blog that I created all in one sitting. Okay. And then there's all kinds of spin-off opportunity. Well, how did I know what to write about this morning? I didn't wake up and go, oh, let me write a blog about hearty soups and stews. I'm not somebody that even cooks a lot. So at least not yet. But it wasn't something I knew what to create. So let me give you the exact process for how I did this. So I went over to my analytics software. This software right here is called Clicky. I'll put a link for you below. It's called Clicky. Now, what Clicky does is you put a little code on your website that shows up on every page, and then it measures everything for you. It shows you what content people are visiting. It'll show you the visitors on your page right now. Let me go to one that's a little bit fuller so you can see an example. So at a quick glance, I can see all these people are coming from Pinterest to one of my blogs. I can see what articles they're landing on. I can see what countries they come from. I can see how many actions they took. I can see how long they spent on the website. So this is way easier for me than Google Analytics. It's quick. It's at a glance. I can run all of my sites off of it right here and just hop down in between to get a quick pulse on what's going on. And then I will get ideas for what blog to write next. So I call this following the breadcrumbs. And it's kind of like if you picture, in the old storybook, Hansel and Gretel or whatever it was it them? I don't even know anymore. Okay, somebody left clues. They dropped these little breadcrumbs so somebody could find them. I don't know what fable it was or story it was. Okay. So somebody follows the breadcrumbs, they find who they're looking for. This is what I call this, following the breadcrumbs. So we take the clues and we discover what's working, and then we do more of it. Okay, that's just what this series is. Whether it's TikTok, whether it's YouTube, whether it's podcasts, whether it's affiliate marketing, blogging, Pinterest, Instagram Reels, follow the breadcrumbs. So how do I do it? All right, well, this morning I was on my food blog, and this is my brand new food blog, a couple weeks old, okay? Oh, I got a new one right now. So I was on here And we'll just take this one. So I open it up. This is my general thing. Okay, I say it's time now for me to write a blog for Ballen Bites, my blog. I'm sitting there with my pajamas, with my coffee or my sugar-free hot cocoa, and I'm going to now write a blog for Ballen Bites. So the first thing I usually do is go over here to Clicky, and I look at who's on there right now, or I'll pull up yesterday, okay? Because yesterday I'll have a meatier, more people. But this is a brand new blog. It's only a couple weeks old. I'm so excited that people are visiting it, regardless of where they're coming from right now. So the blog that they visited was called Garlic, Butter, Steak, and Potato Skillet. So this is what my brain says. If somebody went to that pin or blog, however they got there, there's something that's working about that pin or that recipe. Let me try another one. Let me spin off on this. Now this one here, somebody was on my white chicken chili recipe. So I asked ChatGPT, I told it which blog was working. Then I said, give me ideas for similar topics in that niche. And it gave me this topic, top 5 hearty soups and stews for busy weeknights. Perfect. We know list posts do well on Pinterest. Great. So the first one it gave me was my white chicken chili, again, basically in another recipe. And then it gave me 4 more. Then I said to ChatGPT, give me a grocery shopping list. And it gave me a shopping list. Now I actually went over to my grocery store right from there and I ordered everything on this list because I'm going to cook each one of these recipes. I'm just kind of double checking right now to see how it's doing. I have made a couple. They were great. So I just want to, just kind of make sure everything's good as I'm teaching this. So it did a good job, it looks like, with the grocery list. It'll even tell you exactly, like buy 2 cans of this or it'll do all that. It'll shrink your recipes down to make this for 2 people instead of 4. Make this keto instead. Make it sugar-free. Replace the meat with a vegetarian option. It'll do all of that for you. But today's topic is not about food blogs. It's about following the breadcrumbs to create more content like the one you just created. So let's do this one. We have garlic butter steak. So here's what I do. I open Harpa. Now I'm going to put a link below for you. Harpa did finally just launch their affiliate program. Yay! So they gave me an affiliate link. And I do benefit if you make a purchase, but there's no extra cost to you. Now, Harpa runs off your favorite AI tools. Let me show you an example. If you click here, it'll integrate with ChatGPT 4, ChatGPT 3.5. So it'll work with your free versions, your paid versions, ChatGPT S, ChatGPT 4 Mini. I'm not even going to explain to you what all those are right now, but it'll work with all of them. It'll work with Gemini, Claude AI. So what you have to do is you have to go in and put your API key in with your ChatGPT or whatever you're working. Now, when you go in and set up your Harpa for the first time, it'll ask you to do it and it'll give you the instructions or the link. And if you can't find how to do it, open ChatGPT in its native form and ask it how to find the API code and it'll show you. Then you just paste that in here and now you're going to be able to run your Harpa. Now, Harpa is free to start off with as far as I know, and then it has paid options depending on what you use it for. I could not even tell you those breaks or when those come in. I'm just a Harpa user, not a Harpa seller, so I don't know all the details about Harpa. But let me show you how I use it. So what's nice about Harpa is that you can make it page aware. So what that means is it can read any page. Unless it's behind like a password private thing. So let me give you an example of this. Let me open Harpa. Let me make it page aware. Describe this recipe. Okay, so now it's describing the garlic butter steak and potato skillet. I'm only showing you this to give you an example of how it can read a page. Now, the beauty of Harpa being able to read a page is I can have it look at an image and tell me what the image is. I can have it transcribe a video. I can have it describe an image and then make me a new prompt for my own image that is similar but not the same as the other one. And it comes up with a whole new concept, but based on that basis. I could say, give me a keto version of this recipe. So while you could run the native form of ChatGPT and paste in a recipe or have it pull up links, this is quicker, faster, and I'm able to use it as I go all throughout the day, which is my favorite thing. So Harpa to me is one of the most valuable tools that I've added over the last few years to my marketing stack, and I highly recommend it because of the page aware ability. But there's more, and you're going to see why in just a second. So isn't that incredible? So it read this, and then I asked it for something else, and it gave us a new version. So we're not stealing this recipe at all. It's inspiration for then what we wanted to do, which was make this recipe keto. It's still completely different, okay? It's not stealing it line by line or any of that kind of stuff for those of you that are so worried about AI hijacking your content. Okay, now we did this. Let me go back and show you the following the breadcrumbs theory. So we can see that this person is on our garlic, butter, steak, and potatoes skillet. So now watch this. Without even making this page aware, I'm gonna talk to it, okay? I have a blog that is doing really what that is generating traffic from Pinterest. It is, don't worry about your spelling. It is called garlic, butter, steak, and potatoes skillet recipe. I want to create more like this because it's working. Give me 5 more ideas that would be similar to this niche, but not the same recipe. Let's see what it comes up with. Creamy garlic Tuscan chicken skillet. Okay, what I love about this is it gave me another skillet recipe. It understood, but it's not beef this time. It's chicken. Here's another one. Lemon, herb, butter, shrimp. So it's not beef or chicken. Pork chops. You see what it did? It actually gave us 5 new skillet recipes. Well, I don't know if they're all skillet. I'd have to read it. But it gave us 5 new similar recipes that would be like that one. Okay. Now let me ask it, how can I make this a list post? Now, in my other question, it just gave me a list post, but I just want to show you an example. Look what we can do. We can say, make this 10, let's make this a list post. For those of you that don't know, a list post is a numbered list. They do really well, especially on Pinterest. Everybody loves a list post. So this morning's was a list post, so I thought we would give this as an example. All right, now you can see it gave us a list. But wait, this is where all the people giving you generic advice stop. They just tell you, here's your list, but then what? You're going to put up this generic list of 10 with no recipe? It's just a post? That's lame. That's not going to help the user. They're going to want those recipes. So watch this. Give it to me again, but include each recipe. Also, under each recipe, give me an AI image prompt to use with my AI image creator that would show what that recipe looks like when it's finished. Watch this. Here's your list post with recipes. 10 irresistible skillet recipes for busy weeknights. So there's our first one. Nope. No, I need a recipe for each as well. Sometimes it'll miss, or sometimes your prompt was missing and you got to go back. It could be user error. It could be ChatGPT error. Here we go. Now, this is why I save prompts. So after I do this, I could save a prompt that says something like this. I have a blog post that is working. Ask me the name of that blog post and wait for my answer. And then you type in the answer. And then you say, give me 5 more ideas. You know what? We'll save it in here in a second. All right, you get the idea of what it's doing here? Okay, now what would I do? I would now go over to ballenbites.com and I'm going to show you how I put that blog in really quick. Hold on one second here. Okay, once again, if you want to build a blog like this, I will put the tutorial video below and the link to go over to WP Engine to get your theme like this and your WordPress hosting all set up, okay? If you wind up saying, I just can't do this, I need somebody to build it for me, message me and I can make that connection for you. So up here, we're gonna go to new and I'm gonna do post. Then I'm just gonna paste in everything that this gave me. Where were we at? We were over here, sorry. There we go. So I'm gonna take this whole blog. Now watch, you can try the copy. There's a copy button on the bottom. Let's try it. Sometimes it doesn't work right. Let's try the copy button and see if the formatting comes out. Pretty much did, except for the title, because that was my fault. So this is why I like to do it this way. I usually just go over and I start where I want it. And right here, I hate the commentary. Sometimes I'll say, please take the commentary out. Okay, then that commentary is like where ChatGPT says, here you go. And then at the bottom, it summarizes it. We don't want that. We just want to be able to copy and paste directly. All right, so now I paste it in there. There you go. Now we're good to go. Now watch. This is literally what I did this morning. Next step, I'm going to open an image creator called ideogram.ai. And the pictures you're about to see on the screen are not mine. Mine are private. Now watch. I'm going to take this prompt, a close-up of a cast iron skillet with seared steak bites, crispy golden potatoes, and a glossy garlic butter sauce, garnished with fresh parsley with steam rising from the skillet. Okay, you got it? Now, come over here to Ideogram, paste it in. Now you can tell ChatGPT what size you want your image. I want them all to be square, or I want them all to be Pinterest size, or I want them all to be horizontal, okay? In this case, let's make it a Pinterest pin, because when I create a list post with all these pins, then I'm able to go schedule a bunch of pins out or use them later for pins because they're saved on my blog page, okay? And then we could add a text overlay to it as well. Right now, I'm just showing you what the finished recipe looks like. So it's creating 4 down there at the bottom. Now, if it has done it right, they will all be incredibly similar, and all you're doing is trying to pick the best one. Now, I probably wouldn't use that one because that's the whole fillet, it looks like. We want steak bites. So I would do something more like that. Those look really rare. There's the one I want. Okay, something like this. Now, if I wanted to, I could say add a Pinterest style text overlay with the recipe title. What was our recipe title? It was garlic butter steak and potato skillet, garlic butter steak and potatoes skillet, and footer ballenbites.com. Now, once again, I have to tell you that I have these saved as prompts, so I don't have to type that in each time. But that's a whole nother lesson where I show you how to create and save. I will do one with you though today, really quick before we go. I just want to give you this simple idea so that you can get rolling with these. And we literally in one day, in just 5 minutes, we came up with a list post that has 10 recipes, now 10 images, plus we could come up with the main Pinterest image. That's 11 weeks of pins for this blog. That's the way I do it. I like to schedule them out a week apart, 1 week apart. That's just normally how I do it. At least 4 weeks. Now, I can see how that steak looks really rare. So I would say a close-up of a cast iron with fully cooked, or you could say medium well, or you could say medium, whatever you want, but be specific. If it's not coming out like you want, also something to watch out for. Down here, it has my URL wrong. See how that says Ballen Bites? Mine is Ballen Bites. So I would have to either edit that or just make a new image. So usually when it's creating 4 images for me, I can use 1. I only want 1. So it's okay if some of them are not right. So let's take a look. So here's it, still not fully cooked, but Ballen Bites. So this one's good. And maybe you like your steak like that. That would be fine. This one's a little pink. Those are not really bites. So one more time, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say well done with well done. The only reason why is just because I don't know recipes enough to know, do people show their steak that well done when they, I mean, that rare when they make these images? Is that a turn off? I'd have to, oh, you know what? Watch this. I'm going to open, this is a real creative process. When most food bloggers show steak, what cooked level do they usually show? Let's see if that question makes sense. Most food bloggers typically show medium rare steaks when presenting. Oh my gosh. See, I use Harpa all day long like this, all day long, all day long. All right, so medium rare would work. Medium rare would work. It's basically, ooh, I like this one though. Tiny little touch of pink. Okay, ooh, this is good. It's got my header. It's got my URL right. It's got the image right. That's the one. So this is what I do. I come up here. I go to download. I go to JPEG. And I call this garlic butter steak. Who's getting hungry? And potatoes skillet. Save that as a pin. Then I come over here. I'm going to come over. I'm going to delete that AI prompt image. We don't want to leave that in there because everybody's going to go, ah. Now, I do put an AI disclosure in my blogs now that says this blog was created with the help of AI just because I feel it's the right thing to do, not for any other reason. You do what you want, but I do have those disclosures showing up on every page after I make the post. Okay, so watch this. So now we did this. You would go in and do the same thing. Oops, somehow I copied it twice. 10. Okay, I would have to just get rid of that. There we go. Creamy Tuscan chicken skillet. Woo! Now, so what I would do next is I would open Pinterest. This is my exact process. I'm going to go to Ballen Bites. Okay, hold on. Let me just log in here. Okay, once we're logged in, I go up here to Business Hub and I create a pin. And yes, by the way, these are business accounts. Pinterest for business accounts, okay? Then I go up here and I browse and I put in that garlic butter steak and potato skillet. And then I'll either copy or I'll just type in garlic butter steak and potatoes skillet recipe. And I do try to make sure those are correct. Then just take a description from the garlic. Oh, look, it didn't give me the full, somewhere I messed up here. Somewhere I messed up in my copy. It's not giving me the whole recipe like it was. So I'd have to go back and fix that. Anyhow, once you have that, I must have copied the part before we finished it and corrected it. So I'm going to paste that in there. So you've got a little description. Now you can also ask Harpa to give you a Pinterest title and description. Then once this is posted, which I'm not posting right now because it's a mess. I need to go back and fix it. But let's fix the URL because I'm going to save this as a draft because I like it. Skillet recipes for busy weeknights because I might have a lot of skillet recipe blogs. So I'm going to save that as a draft. Okay, so then you would have your URL, all right? So you take your URL, and then you're going to paste that in here, ballenblogger.com/ yada, 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 okay? Then you choose your board. Now, I have a brand new board, a brand new Pinterest account, so I only have dinner recipes and low-carb recipes. If I'm not doing a Pinterest class today, but I would go look up strategic boards and I would put this in an appropriate board. So my board would probably be easy skillet dinners. Okay, let's look just for the sake of not skipping on you. I'd come up here, I'd click on the magnifying glass, and I would go to skillet recipes. And I would look kind of what the boards look like. Now, here's a cool hack for you. What you can do is you can take one of the pins that most matches what you're creating. See how this says 12 one skillet dinners? That's a really good match. If you click on this little arrow right here, it actually suggests boards, skillet dinner recipes, cast iron skillet recipes, easy skillet dinner, cast iron. Isn't that cool how it does that? Now, I am going to put this under easy skillet dinners. I'm going to start a new board because my whole blog is supposed to be about easy dinners right now. At least what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to add this little create, and it'll now create that recipe for me. Now I can choose to save this pin or not. I think I will. That helps them. That helps me. Whole nother story. I'll save that. Now we have a board. Now I may have to refresh this because that board is not showing up in there, but that's where I would put it. Then down here, you have tagged recipes. Or tagged topics. So I could look up skillet. Look at, okay, maybe I want easy. Let's see if they have easy since they suggested that as a board. Nope, they don't. But they do have skillet recipes. They have dinner. Okay, so I might put that under one of these. It's really not either of the, oh, it is a cast iron skillet recipe. Okay, there we go. Now, if I want to schedule this out for later, I go to publish at a later date and I pick a date. Now, what I usually do is I post the first one for today, then I go do the next one for the week after, then I do the next one for the week after, the week after, and the week after. I think that's 5 weeks worth of. If I have more than 5, then I could bring in Tailwind, which is another scheduler, or I can just make a note to myself in 5 weeks, hey, finish the rest of the recipes. I could put it on a reminder, I could put it on a Notion or a to-do or whatever, okay? Just as an example. So, okay, now I've got 5 of these going. Let me go back. Let me go schedule the next 5 because we have 11 altogether over here and Pinterest won't let us go that far. I will put a link to Tailwind Scheduler down there too if you want to get more robust and advanced. Okay, so the one other thing I need to show you is how Harpa will make a featured blog image for this blog. So up here, I click on Harpa and I'm going to go to my prompt. And I have already saved a prompt called Ballen Bites. And now it's pulling up my prompt and it's making me a featured blog image and prompt for my AI creator. And it is putting in specific colors. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll take those out. Then it's creating all of these Pinterest titles and descriptions for me, which is awesome. And then I'm off, good to go. So a featured blog photo would look like this. We take this, we go over to AI, we paste this in here, and we're going to change this to 16 by 9 so that it's a featured blog style, okay? And we'll take a look. If the colors aren't vibing, if it's putting too much weirdness on it, then I can make a quick change, but this is going to show you really quick. So by the time this is all done, now you have followed the breadcrumbs to already follow what's working. So your chances are already so much higher of this working for you because you're spinning off a blog post that's already working. Then, yeah, see how it's creating those borders? I don't want that. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to do, the background includes, where's the colors? Right here. I'm just going to get rid of that. I don't like how that's prompting my colors right now. I have to fix it. Not loving it. Okay. And I don't even need the extra colors. On a food blog, the food does all the talking for you, unless you're trying to do some old world color or theme or something. Now, the one other thing I said I would show you is how to save a prompt in Harpa, because you guys ask me that every time I make one of these videos. You say, how do we save a prompt? So I'm going to show you real quick, but let's look at the finished product of this blog post. Here we go. 10 irresistibles. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. That one's beautiful. That one's nice. I really like the style. That's probably the one I'd go with. So that becomes my blog post for, and you can change what that food is. You could say, make it a steak skillet recipe, make it a specific whatever. I don't know that that whole piece of chicken belongs in there, but I have no idea. I'd have to go look. Anyway, you get the idea. So how do we save this prompt now in ChatGPT? In Harpa? Well, you can retype it out. You can ask ChatGPT to help you with the prompt, but this is basically what I would do. I would say something like this. This is exactly how I come up with prompts. I have a top performing blog post that is generating traffic from Pinterest. Now, this might be, I have a top performing YouTube video. I have a podcast that's working really well. I interviewed so-and-so and I'm getting a lot of traffic about this topic or whatever, okay? I have a top performing blog post that is generating traffic from Pinterest. I want to create more like it because it's working. Ask me the topic and then wait for my answer. Then, after you have my answer, give me 5 more ideas and throw in a list post to boot. Don't repeat the topic itself. Okay? First prompt, we don't know if this is going to work. Let's hit enter and see what it does. This is exactly how I come up with prompts, you guys. Test, try, test, try, test, try. All right. It says, that's fantastic that your blog is driving traffic from Pinterest. What is the topic of your top performing blog post? Let me know and I'll come up with 5 new related. Okay. The topic is, let's just make something, let's do a different one for a different example. We will do my home and garden one. Ugly sweater party themes. I did that one yesterday. Let's do rustic living room decor ideas. Rustic living room decor ideas. Here's a comprehensive blog post idea. So what did it give us? Nope, that's not right. Okay, so here's what I do. I go back to the drawing board. I copy this prompt. Where was the prompt at? It was, I moved over somewhere else, didn't I? Was it here? Was it here? Where was it? Here. Gosh. Here it is. Sorry about that. It's right here. Okay, so what did I miss? Let's look. I have a top performing blog post that is generating traffic. I want to create more like it. Oh, I got it. Give me 5 more blog title ideas. Title ideas. I said blog, so it started writing the blog. Now let's see. What did we say it was? Rustic living room decor. 10. Okay, nope, it's too much repeating, so hold on. Do not repeat the same topic. Just stay in the same niche. Let's try that again. Rustic living room decor. By the way, I do have a coaching program. Links are below. This is the kind of stuff we do all the time. How to style rustic living room shelves. Yes. 10 budget-friendly rustic living room upgrades you can DIY. The best rustic living room rugs. Rustic, yes. Oh my gosh. Those are perfection. And then here's your bonus list post. 25 must-have rustic living room accessories. Ah! Okay, then you say, write the bonus one. Oh my gosh. Now we got a list post with 25 opportunities now for us to create images. Wow. So it gave us, okay, now how do I save that prompt? Sorry, I started going off on it. I got all motivated. How do we save that prompt? This is what you do. After the prompt is the way you want it, okay, which is right here now, in this same niche, you bookmark it. See this little bookmark? Create a reusable command. Then we're going to save it, and I'm going to call this one top performing blog post. Now it'll work on any of my blogs, yada, yada. If I wanted to elaborate on this, I could say, use my tone of voice for such and such. Let's just say my Lori Ballen blog, which is all a digital marketing blog. I might say, use my Lori Ballen brand voice because I've already trained ChatGPT. Or you could say, use a brand voice that sounds like somebody that is a food blogger. Or sound like fun, witty, charming, whatever it is. You can program that in there if it matters to you. Make it fun and friendly. I'm going to say use a fun and friendly tone of voice. Okay, now I'm going to save this. So right here, all you got to do is click save. Now the next time you want to run this prompt, you come down here and you press the little slash. And then you start typing in whatever it is. In our case, it's top performing blog post. It will pull it up and it'll run your prompt here for you. Now let's make sure it works. Got it? What's the topic? You come back over here. We'll do one more. Let's test my Las Vegas website. Best places to have a birthday dinner. Best places in Las Vegas to have a birthday dinner. Ooh, this is a good one. I haven't done this one yet. I get so motivated. I can just sit here and do this all day long, but I have other things I like doing too. Okay, so here goes. 5 new ideas. Las Vegas restaurants with over-the-top dessert options. Oh, so good. Top rooftop restaurants in Las Vegas for stunning views. Okay, then I would, whatever my tone of voice is for Vegas, I would say write number 2. And it'll start writing the blog for us. And when it writes the blog for us, if you don't like the tone of voice, you can change it here. Oops. Wait, it went to creamy. Why did it do that? I don't know why. Top 10. Oh, it started writing something else. It started writing a list post. Sorry. Write the article. What is it? Top rooftop restaurants in Las Vegas for stunning views. Make sure my prompt wasn't squirrely. No, that's it. Top rooftop restaurants in Las Vegas for stunning views. Sky Bar at Waldorf. Now's the point where I might elaborate. I would say something like add the address to each one. Mention the top 5 dishes. Suggest something to do after dinner. Whatever it is. Or I can just start with this, post it, make the pin, wait for traffic. Once traffic comes, then I go improve the blog. But it's already great. And this is it. This is the whole thing. Amazing. Incredible. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did creating it for you. I'm Lori Ballen, and thank you for joining me today.